guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today I wanted to talk about something. We've all heard the horror stories of what it's like buying video games online. We've always heard the term people getting scammed and ripped off. So what is the best way to buy video games? Let's go ahead and talk about that. So with shade being thrown at a particular online video game store, I thought that this would be an interesting topic, as a lot of people ask me all of the time, how do I find these awesome deals in my game collection? So if you guys are enjoying this channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so that you never miss out on any upcoming videos, as I'm constantly updating throughout the week. So who doesn't love a good deal out there, and who doesn't want to get scammed? So pretty much, I just wanted to talk about some of my tips and tricks. Now, I'm not talking about those ultra rare video game finds that are kind of like one of those like once in a lifetime finds, but these are all different tips that you can use out there to kind of grow your video game collection and maximize the most amount of deals that you possibly can make. So just right off the bat, buying online is not personable. So pretty much, you want to go out there and do some research, find those local video game stores or any type of retailer that sells video games, as most of the time with some of those smaller stores, you can make deals. You can have this like personal connection, and you can get to know the person that's selling you these video games. You can know if these items have been properly tested, if they have been cleaned or even refurbished the correct way, so that you know what you're spending your money on, so that you don't have to essentially reach back out, pay for shipping, and deal with all of this nonsense that comes with that. So pretty much, you want to check your local area gaming stores, make those connections, get to know those people, kind of build that trustworthy relationship, know what that store is about, and oftentimes, especially this past weekend, I saw that you could definitely haggle at some of these locations. You can save several dollars on a certain game. If you bundle more and more, you could potentially work an even better deal. Now, you're not going to get these massive deals online if you're, buying from an actual place. They're not going to, go back and forth unless you're in some sort of like auction or bidding style. So this is definitely a great way to save some money, as you can like bundle those deals. And the next thing is, don't impulse buy. Most of the time, all of us are guilty of it at least some point. We don't want to miss out on certain things. So that FOMO, that fear of missing out, you just do those impulse buys because you think that that's the only deal, the only option out there, to buy these certain games. But make sure you guys do some digging around. You might find out that certain stores do like different point systems. You might be able to go in there when they're doing certain sales throughout the year. A lot of stores have like buy two, get one, or sometimes they even do like discounts on different systems throughout the year. Or if you're buying a system and then you go ahead and buy games with it, you can kind of save that way. And I don't know about you guys, but I love searching for games in person. I like to physically hold the item that I'm getting ready to spend my money on, because I can tell what shape it's in, what condition it's in, if it looks like it's going to be something that will hold up well, if the label is clean, if the disc is scratched. I like to know that. Sometimes those photos online are either like stock photos, or they can even be misleading. So sometimes they'll show a picture of a game in a box, but then when you purchase it, you only get the cartridge. So it's like they purposely misled you into buying something, and then sometimes you may not even send it back or reach out. You may just like kind of eat that essentially. So that's something that I just personally like doing. I like to look at it up close, have it cleaned. As a collector, it's what I do. I don't want to get fooled. I don't want to get, these stock photos, something that's impersonable, or something that says that it's refurbished, but it's really not. I want something that's to my liking, that's tested, that's warranted, that works. And, when you buy these games online, you have to take into account shipping. So you're paying extra money for shipping. A lot of people don't even consider that, but that adds up over time. So that's why I just personally like being in person, seeing an item, and seeing if it's up to my standards. Now, this is a big one that definitely came to light. So I was talking to someone recently, and they told me that they took items to a store, or they either mailed these items in, and they don't know how much trade credit they're going to get. Now, that just seems like something that is a little bit, shady in my opinion, where you're kind of going in blindly, bringing your items to a location. They have to test it, they have to figure out what the condition is, and you don't know if you're getting ripped off or not. Now, I get that you can, take those items back, but you're wasting several weeks. So sometimes it's nice just to bring that to a specific location, set up some sort of an appointment. They can look over things, they can test certain things, and you can get your money the same day or get trading credit. I just feel some sort of way about not knowing. I just don't like the unknown or something that's uncertain. So kind of backtracking to certain local stores, especially if you have them around your area, you could build those relationships, bring in items, hopefully get a same day value of store credit or even cash, so that you can use that towards more games or something that you may be able to add into your collection. So sometimes these different practices, and I hear people talk about it all the time. They're constantly waiting for these certain online stores to give them the trade credit. And that just seems insane to me. It seems like too much of the unknown, and it's something that, I wouldn't want to waste my time doing. And then another big thing, I love going to conventions. Now, I've only been to a handful so far, but I intend to go to as many as I possibly can. And I love working deals at conventions. Now, I hear people say that conventions can often be costly, but at the same time, there are so many different conventions out there where, especially if you find one that's local to you, and maybe they don't have such a high ticket cost, you can go there, and you don't even have to go on the first day. You could go at the very end of the convention, and sometimes that's when you get the best deals. Some of these vendors are driving, hundreds of miles, and maybe they don't want to pack up all of the items that they brought there. So maybe you can make some sort of bundle deal or make some better deals at the end of the convention. Now, sometimes you can get them at the beginning, but like I said before, that unknown kind of goes through our minds. So if you are selling something and someone makes you, this crazy deal right at the very beginning, you may be more inclined to turn that deal down because you haven't had the hours or the time to have that game sit there and potentially have another buyer, purchase that game at a higher price. So I always say that finding these deals on the last day, and especially if you're nice about it. Now, if you act like you're going to get some sort of crazy deal out there, then they are going to be less inclined to help you out. But if you make a connection, you kind of build this relationship with that person, and then even talk about going to their store, figuring out where they actually are, so that if you get another chance, you could go check out that store in person. But that's just a place that I really enjoy making deals at. You can find all kinds of cool stuff, and you often don't have to overpay. So I'm just saying, I don't personally like buying stuff online. Now, that's not the only option, because of course we all do it. We go on eBay, we try and win those auctions, we try and score deals out there, and sometimes you do get lucky. But I'm just saying, if I had a choice, I would much rather purchase things in person. I don't want to get ripped off. I don't want to get scammed. I don't want to fall into something that was often misleading. So before you go out there and you rush into buying certain things, make sure you guys are doing your research, because that's all that we can do. And don't rush into things. Make sure you guys, just take a little bit of a step back and be patient. The deals will come to you, and hopefully you'll find some really enjoyable items. So if you guys enjoy this content, make sure you guys subscribe, and of course leave some comments below on what you guys think about this topic. Am I completely wrong? Are there other options to think about? Just let me know in the comments below, and of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos, and stay tuned for more.